Simphiwe Ngema has gone from Ningjayelagabi to issuing a full-on statement admitting that she is the famous actress who visited Thabo Bester in jail. Not only does she admit that it's her, because she really should have put a full stop there, she went on to provide details and dates and confirms that she visited Thabo Bester in 2018. But the statement that she issues actually has holes, and what is shocking is that she has now taken the statement down. In her statement, she says Thabo Bester was working in the entertainment industry and introduced himself as TK Motsipe, and that's how we made contact. He seemed well connected and was able to organize meetings and big events, which I and many other public figures were booked for. Now Sims Ngema just threw the rest of the public figures under the bus and isn't going down alone for this. So there is still yet more to be uncovered. But let's continue. So she says she was known to Thabo Bester. She knew Thabo Bester as TK Motsipe. Not a problem. However, she goes on to say she was booked for big events by him, and then she went to jail in 2018 to demand her money. How did she know Thabo Bester, who is in jail, is TK Motsipe? And why did she not issue a public statement then? Keep in mind the other public figures showed up to the event and in quotations possibly didn't know he was Thabo Bester. And when they were all singing happy birthday to him, why didn't she alert everyone that that's not TK Motsipe? Why did she let everyone sing happy birthday to a convicted criminal who is in jail and she knew his actual location? Moving on to the next question, do you see how many holes that she has just created with that statement, which I want to say she issued it without seeking legal advice, because there's no way a lawyer would have signed off on her giving out specific dates and what she was doing in the jail. This is all happening just as she announces her, well, not so much announces, but alludes to the fact that her and Tino Chinyane are now married and will be together until the wheels fall off. So I wonder if this is a plot twist or a secret that she had uncovered to her partner prior to the internet breaking the case. So let's go back to her statement. Influencers and public figures and a whole room of people were singing happy birthday to Thabo Motsipe, who's in New York, allegedly, but was broadcasting live from prison with the assistance of quite a number of people who are employed by G4S. Sims Ngema, it is not looking good for you. Silence would have been better. Her initial statement was Ningjayelagabi. She moved from one sentence to an entire press release. She goes on to say, I've been extremely open about everything. No. When the video was circulating about Thabo Bester and his birthday, you never issued a statement then to confirm that you knew at the time that he wasn't TK Motsipe. You also didn't come out to the public and say anything until you were outed. The only time you've issued a statement is after you have been revealed to be on the visitors list. And I think I remember seeing on Twitter, because one thing about fans, they will always say the most shocking thing. I did see on Twitter, this was on Sunday, where somebody said, so Sims Ngema drove to another province to see Thabo Bester. Sims Ngema is quickly learning that the internet doesn't forget and has removed her statement, and also noticed that there's just some inconsistencies in the story, and as per usual, Twitter investigators are on it. Here are some comments. Jackie Pamotse weighs in on the matter, and this is what she had to say. So she cracked his real identity and didn't report the crime. Went on to see him and still didn't alert the authorities. She also says she just made the biggest mistake of her life. She has publicly admitted to working with a criminal, meaning she knew she was working for an inmate. She says 21st Century hired her but went to Bester for money. Who did she really work for? And that's it on Simphiwe Ngema's update. What are your thoughts on the Simphiwe Ngema story? Will her pretty face get her out of this one? Should she also be implicated in the crime, especially withholding evidence of a convicted felon conducting fraud in businesses outside from within jail? Next up, we go into today's breaking news, which is Dr. Nandipha Makodumane and the other co-accused showing up in court today for their bail hearing. We want to take a moment to congratulate Dr. Nandipha Makodumane for respecting the courthouse and taking off her hoodie and showing up with a full bare face, as they say in the influencer makeup industry. She showed up with her edges laid and her braids in an up bun. And again, in the symbolic Nike trademark sweater with the tagline, as you know, for Nike, just do it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, Dr. Nandipha and all her co-accused are returning back down under the courthouse and back to their holding cells in the jail, as the bail hearing has been postponed yet again until May 10th. Listen, for us, that's a win. The more time she spends in jail, the more time she has to reflect on her participation in the death of Katlego. Just want to take a moment to say, a year ago today, all these co-accused played a hand in the burning of Katlego's body. Katlego is allegedly to be laid to rest, finally, this weekend. More details to follow, and there will also be a memorial service that will be held in Bloemfontein. May his soul rest in eternal peace. And that's it from us today. Here's a few clips from the courthouse. Another user types, "These people on this day, May 3 last year, were helping Bester to escape. Today, same day, a year later, they're in court for that crime. Truly, crime doesn't pay. Bona no." The hashtag Simphiwe Ngema Bester is now trending, and this is what another user had to say. "The Simphiwe Ngema situation with Thabo Bester makes me wonder what really happened to her husband, who really killed him, and why." Simphiwe confessed to going to jail in 2018. Simphiwe's husband died in 2017. Sometimes Twitter misses the mark, or is it just to tweet to stay relevant? What are your thoughts, Mzansi, so far? Another beauty joins, another influencer confesses to being associated with Thabo Bester for financial gain. That's it from us today. Is this the last big name that will be revealed, or are yet more names to drop? Should our faves and our celebrities and influencers confess now?